Hey, Tommy from the Run Testers, and welcome to the monthly roundup. This is the video where we talk about all of the kit and accessories and tech that we've tested over the past few weeks that we haven't managed to talk about in any other video. So let's dive in and see what we all picked this month.
Fueling option for you, and these Torq energy gels worked really well for me during the recent Berlin Wall 100 miler that I ran at times where I needed a change from my gel pouches or the watermelon from the aid stations. They're really soft, sort of zingy little sweets made for a welcome switch up, not only in texture but taste. Now they're not really chewy like Shot Blocks or some of the Ultra Chews. They actually held their shape okay crammed into my pack as well. And what I enjoyed the most was how easy they were to eat. I was managing a really delicate stomach from around mile 50 at the point where a whole gel wasn't going to sit well in my stomach. So being able to eat these little 5-gram carb sweets over time took some of that pressure off. They're still sweet, but I like the sharpness to them from the zingy citrus flavors. The small packs are very belt and vest friendly, and you're getting 30 grams of carbs in each pack. You can obviously eat Haribo if you want to, and I did that as well along there. But if you're looking for a good soft chew as an energy source to mix into your fueling, these are excellent. Now, I picked the Win 5 running socks last month, and I hope you'll forgive the repetition here. If you watched last month's video, in that, I said kind of as a newcomer to toe socks, that while I really found these help my toe on toe aggression problem in a little bit of testing, I wasn't sure if I'd risk them for something like the Berlin Wall 100 miler. Well, update here, I decided to use them for the first 40 miles of that run to the first bag drop where I could change into other socks if they weren't working. In the end, I ended up keeping the socks on the whole race, the full 22 hours, 102 miles, because they were simply excellent. I've never finished a race with my feet so intact. Now these socks have enough padding with some thicker fabric in all the right places to boost the comfort, but they avoid being too heavy. We ran in 27 degrees through the day, and the ventilation around the toes meant I never felt these socks got too hot, too sweaty, too heavy. Sometimes you're desperate to freshen your socks for this reason, but each time I changed my shoes in this race, I found they were dry and still comfortable. I ran 100 miles with no blisters, no hot spots, no discomfort, and crucially, my feet were still in near perfect condition at the end. I can't put all this down to the socks, but they definitely helped. And I now am a full convert to toe socks, of which these Win socks are a very good option. It was hot and humid as hell out in Berlin for the 100 miler, and even in the morning at 6 a.m, it was already very warm and temperatures rose very quickly to the mid-20s. Like a madman, I always wear a base layer in races because I've got base layers that I know won't chafe my nipples. So I wanted a really light layer over the top, and the Nedao Swiftbreeze Tee was absolutely perfect for this. It's so incredibly thin and light, it feels like you're not really wearing another layer on top. If you wear it running base layer free, it feels like it's not there at all. It's like a naked running top. I'd put this up there with the Hoka Aerolite tee for being one of the best technical tees for hotter weather. If like me, you're not really a vest runner, but you want to feel just as free, this is a really good option. Super light, technical tee, soft, silky feel next to the skin. Doesn't hold moisture, can get heavy, it dries fast post-run. You just got to be aware that the sizes come up small, and you'll almost certainly want to go at least one size up in this.
After quite a while off on maternity leave, it's nice to be back and testing things again. I've got the clear to run, and I'm starting to get some reasonable miles in, so I feel like I can start actually giving some opinions on things again. So first up this month is the Bimble and Bolt shorts. They are the Super Strider shorts. I've gone for the 6-inch option, but there is an 8-inch option. It's a Sheffield-based company run by a lady called Hannah, and in the past they've done socks and leggings, and now they're going on to doing running shorts as well, which makes sense if you've done leggings. And I quite like the name Bimble and Bolt because they want to serve kind of the amateur runner and also the speedy pro is the idea. I don't know of any pros that kind of particularly shout that they wear their stuff at the moment, but it'll be interesting to see how that progresses. But as far as the shorts concerned, you can get either the Super Strider or the Super Soft shorts, I think it is. I've gone for the Super Strider ones, so I don't know what the difference is with the soft material, but and I went for the 6-inch. I like the fact that there's a 6 and an 8-inch because when they're biker shorts, like it feels like you're flashing a bit less thigh. Quite a lot of biker shorts quite short, which we'll come on to later on a different item. But with these ones, you can get them in like some nice colours: wine, teal, violet, midnight blue, black. So I went for the teal colour. I know colour isn't that important necessarily, but it's quite nice to have something a little bit different. They have huge side pockets, so loads of space in those. And then they've got a zip section at the back as well. So I think I probably wouldn't use them for like running a whole marathon in, because I don't think you could fit loads of gels, to be fair, in the side pockets, but you couldn't fit bottles as well. And the zip pocket at the back I found a little bit tricky to get the zip open. So I don't think I'd want to be trying to access that at any kind of race pace effort or anything. But as far as kind of out and about running day to day, great. You could fit a massive mobile phone in it, loads of gels, all that kind of stuff in the side pockets. And it's got really nice high structured waist, so for me particularly, having had a C-section and kind of coming back, I felt like that was great. I enjoy the high waist anyway. It kind of keeps me tucked in and plays to my insecurities about bellies and things like that. So yeah, I've been really enjoying them. I also did a very, very soggy run in them this morning, and no chafing at all. Now, they don't actually have any kind of rubber strip around the legs to stop them riding up, but I didn't have any problems with that at all. The only thing I would say that I've experienced with these is that actually I found they seemed a little bit itchy to start with, but as I've worn them more and more, that's kind of worn off, and it definitely wasn't a problem today when I was running in the rain. So I think it's one of those things where maybe it could be my skin is particularly sensitive at the moment or whatever, but over time and as you wash it, I think that's not a problem. So, and I don't know if anyone else has experienced that. It's a very specific thing, but I think they're probably quite good value as well, because for £40, £44, that's actually kind of at the lower end of some of those like good quality biker style running shorts. So that's Bimble and Bolt, and I've been testing the Super Strider shorts in 6-inch version. Is some stuff from Nedao Running. I think that's how you pronounce it, Nedao. They're a Chinese company, and I first saw any of their kit kind of in the run up to London Marathon when they were asking for anyone who was sub 3 to come and see their stand and get a free vest. They are kind of aiming, I think, for the sort of high performance end of things, so very tailored to as light as possible, kind of anything that will make you faster. So I've been testing a pair of their shorts, their quarter length running tights, the Velocity X ones, 4-inch inseam, so pretty short, and then their QiFlow racing singlet as well, their one cut one. So they are designed, the shorts are designed to fit a 250 milliliter soft flask, 5 to 6 energy gels, and a big screen mobile phone and various other bits and bobs. And I can confirm there is plenty of storage, and the waistband has kind of extra storage as well as the side pockets and things as well. So I think that definitely fits the bill, and I would use them for those long distance runs. One massive thing to say is their sizing, because they're a Chinese company and in general their population tends to be slightly more petite. I had to go for a large in the shorts, and I'm a size 10, and they don't make any bigger ones than a large. So that kind of limits things quite a lot, I think. And with the vest, I was a medium, and I'm not huge up top. So again, that's going to kind of limit people a bit. I think that's a real shame. With the shorts, they are tiny, very short, but the thing I like about them is they feel very much for racing. So it's kind of like you're wearing racing briefs, but not having to wear racing briefs. They're kind of like hot pants, basically. And they've got this kind of ridged effect on the material, which, although doesn't look great on the video here, actually it feels less kind of like you're showing off every lump and bump, because it's got this kind of ridged effect on the material. So I really like that. They've also got the silicone anti-slip design around the legs. They've got little dots which stop them slipping at all. I ran for me at the moment, a fast 5k in them, and they worked really well for that. They definitely felt like a race day kind of thing. And the vest, again, love the colours. It's really fun, and I really like the fact that because of the kind of sizing, weirdly, they sit just on your hip, so they're not very long. The vest, it feels kind of like you're edging towards a crop, but you're not doing a crop. And they've got these holes in it, which they call tiny wind tunnels, but actually just little holes in the vest. So, and it's all seamless. It feels very like slick and nice and kind of floaty, really kept me cool, and kind of all designed to maximise speed. 30 grams, they say. So I really like the vest. I'm definitely going to be wearing that for racing in the future. And the shorts, I think, definitely feel like a kind of race day thing. So an interesting company, need to sort their sizing out, but maybe one to keep an eye on. Finally, a company where, full disclosure, I really like their ethos and the people behind it before I've even tested any of their kit. So that said, I'm going to try and give them full testing, but this is my initial opinions. I've been trying Monkey Socks, spelled SOX. I've been trying their Ultra Geo Sport socks in the ankle length ones. They're from a husband and wife team. The husband got diagnosed with MS, and they decided to do these mismatched socks. So they look like kind of odd but complementary socks to kind of portray the issues that you suffer with MS, with coordination and things like that. They have a little monkey on the back, so they're quite a striking design, and they're intentionally mismatched, but kind of complementary. And they're made in small batches in Portugal, so again, it's kind of not that kind of mass-produced stuff. So I've been really interested to try these and try and support this company if the product is good. They have a nice thick toe. They've got a kind of double layer around the ankle, which keeps them in place really well. Racing, I've done a decent length, 7 mile, very, very wet run where like my feet got completely soggy. I've not had any chafing. They've not slipped at all. They've coped really well with that, and the mud has washed out of them really well. I've got a little bit of bobbling on the toe. So we'll see how that progresses over time as I kind of get more into the weeds of marathon training and long distance. But they've got this kind of cushioned footbed, and then the breathable bit on the top of the foot, where it's like a bit more of a mesh, a mixture between the mesh and the thicker material, which I really like because it keeps my feet nice and cool. I don't like having hot feet, but I like having something around the ankle that really keeps the foot in like the sock in place, rather than kind of a complete trainer tab sock. So I've been enjoying that. And then they've got the seamless toe box, which lots of socks have, to be fair, these days. It's not such a big thing, but it definitely is, seamless. There's no rubbing there. So far, I've not had any issues with toes. So far, so good. £17 for socks, quite expensive. You can get cheaper ones out there, but I do think that supporting a company like that, and they give quite a lot of their percentage of their profits to MS charities as well. So if you're going to buy a nice sock to look good, look cool, and have a good quality sock as well, then maybe supporting someone like that is a good idea.
My first pick this month is the Smartwool Athlete Edition Run Crew Socks. Now, as anybody is aware who watches the channel, I'm not really bothered about exciting colourways and things like that, so I really like these. Nice dark colourway. But if you're not aware of Smartwool, they are a really good sock brand. So they make really high quality socks. They last a long time. They have a lot of thought going into the pressure points and the way that the fabric is woven across the socks, and they just feel really, really comfortable as well. These ones specifically have a nice balance of cushioning and breathability. Sometimes you'll get socks that are quite thick and they only work with certain shoes. Sometimes you get socks that are really thin that only tend to work with race shoes. These are a nice balance, so it's a good option if you're looking for a sock that just ticks a lot of boxes. They have these mesh venting areas across the sock. Can't really see them, but they're essentially areas of the sock that have soft, lighter fabric, so that they're a bit more breathable. They have a seamless toe, which is designed to be more comfortable and stop you getting things like blisters and stuff like that, which you can get from socks which aren't made with that. They also have something called a 4-degree elite fit system. That's essentially the fit of the sock, so it's designed to just fit in the right areas all the way across the sock, so you don't get slippage on various bits of the foot, and it just holds in really comfortably and stops you having problems with rubbing and things like that within the socks. And I think that it's made with something called Indestructor wool or something like that, which is meant to be really hard, long-lasting designed wool, so that you don't end up having to get them repaired or getting rid of them all the time. I think on the website as well, Smartwool also have a 2-year guarantee on their socks, so if something goes wrong with them, you want to contact them and get them replaced, they will sort that out for you based on what it says on the website. So you can check that out on the website as well if you want to find out about that guarantee. But all in all, they're just really solid, good, comfortable socks. As soon as you put these on, they just feel very soft and hugging the foot quite nicely. Also, I've had no issues wearing these at all. I've been wearing these quite a lot recently, and I've not had any problems with blisters or anything like that. It's been quite hot. They feel quite breathable. They are quite expensive, so I think the RRP, I couldn't find them on the website at the moment. I think they need some new stock on there, but the RRP normally sits around £25, but on a search I did on the internet, that you can find them around £15 in different colorways as well. So well worth looking at that. So yeah, that's the Athlete Edition Run Crew socks. My next pick this month are these Asics Fujitrail shorts. Now I really like these. They are designed for the trails, and the reason they're designed for trails is they have lots of storage in them. So there's loads of these like elasticated storage areas, so you can put your gels and snacks and things like that in when you're out running on the trails. Other things related to the trails is it has a carabiner that sits on the side. So if you wanted to strap something, maybe like your jacket or something, if it packed up, you can put it on that carabiner. Nice little touch. It has a big pocket on the back, or relatively big. It's meant to be a phone holder. I use a Google Pixel 8 Pro, so it is not big enough for my phone, but if you've got a smaller phone, you can use that back pocket and zip it up for that. It also has these little straps as well on the side, so and that's the one I showed before, these little straps, so you can put other things on, so you can tie little bits and pieces around those. So it's loads of storage. It's basically a really lightweight storage short. The design of the shorts, they feel very lightweight and thin. They do have a little inner in them, which is this sort of lightweight material. It isn't a leg liner, so it doesn't go all the way down. It's just like a little pant liner. But the material itself feels really, really lightweight. I normally wear baggier shorts when I'm out running. I don't like shorts that are really tight to my leg. These are actually sit quite in the middle. When I actually put them on, they do sit quite close to the leg, so they do feel quite lean on the leg, but they're quite stretchy and loose, so they do feel very, very comfortable. They are trail shorts, but I use them for a lot of road stuff as well, because they feel lighter and more comfortable than a lot of my road shorts that I use for training. So well worth looking at if you just want a solid pair of shorts that are going to last you a while. The Asics is making some good stuff with the Fujitrail range at the moment, and this is a really good example of some really solid shorts that you could basically, if you bought these, you could use them for the trails, or you could use them if you're doing races and you wanted to store gels in them. Just a solid all-round lightweight pair of shorts that are really, really comfortable. My third pick this month is medal hangers. Now, I have actually bought these ages ago, and they're normally something that I saved for the Christmas gift guide. But I really, really like these. I was trying to find a solution. I recently moved into a new house and I wanted to put up my medals. And I'm not a fan of those medal hangers where you just loop over the medals and they just hang down. I think Nick has them in the back of his video. And so I wanted to find a solution that I thought actually looked quite nice on my wall. So I've got these. They're all on the wall now, so I can't hold them up and show you, but you'll get a cutaway of them. They just work really, really, really well. You just put them up on the wall. You can design them in any way you want. You can buy multiple packs. You could have them all over your walls. You could draw a picture with the hexagons if you wanted to. But the reason why I put those up there is just because they look very nice with the design of my my room that I've got them in. They are magnetic, so you can take things out and you can put other medals in if you want to. If you're continuing to doing races and you're getting new PBs or new races that you care about, take out an old one, put a new one in, and it just stay in the place in the wall. You don't have to refit them or anything like that. The back of them is a sticky material that you pull the stickiness off and you just stick onto the wall, so you don't have to drill them into the wall or anything like that. So they're just a really nice way to put up your medals if you're trying to find a more interesting way of putting them up instead of having them hung over hangers and things like that. There are loads of places you can buy them from, so it's not from one specific brand. You can get them from Amazon. You can also get loads off of Etsy, and a lot of the people that make them also do other designs as well. So even though the hexagons are designed to hold medals, you can get some where they've designed actual race routes on the wood designs and things, so you can create like a collage of designs from the races and surrounded by medals, things like that. So interesting thing to get if you want to do some nice design with your medals, or if you want to buy a gift to somebody who has lots of medals and doesn't actually know what to do with them. That's it from us this month on our monthly guide. Thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, click the little bell, and if you go into Catch Info, you can find a link to our podcast, which comes out a couple of times each month. Thanks a lot for watching. Catch you next time.